Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the 5-day Simply Social Drinker Experience. It's great to be back. This is day 4. And today I'm going to talk to you about your stop-start drinking cycles. As I say every time I start, because I want you to really embed this in your thinking and feeling. There are no mysteries around why you drink. There are no mysteries around how to change it. Alcohol cannot change. So what it is one day, it is every day. So it's you that changes. You become more in need of comfort. And changing your drinking just isn't hard. There's one difference between a problem drinker and a simply social drinker, and that is that the problem drinker believes that alcohol brings them something, and the simply social drinker does not hold that belief. The problem drinker sees alcohol as offering some sort of comfort, whether it's blocking out, numbing out. Both of those are better than feeling the way you're feeling in the moment, bringing you relaxation, calm, peace, time out. And you are always pulling towards that comfort. The further you are from that comfort, balance, peace, whatever you would like, however you would like to describe it for yourself, the stronger your desire for alcohol is. And the more you try to fight your desire for comfort, which is actually what you're searching for always, the more uncomfortable you become. And in your confusion and innocence, you think it's alcohol, and you drink. Now, someone who doesn't struggle with alcohol will recognize that in food, in spending, in gambling, any destructive behavior that you have learned to hate yourself doing, and you feel compelled to do it. It's always the fact that you hold a belief that whatever it is that you have grown to hate, drinking, eating, spending, gambling, brings you some sort of comfort. And in the lack of awareness that that is the absolute truth, which it is, you are unable to deliver what you need because you don't know what's going on. So this 5-day Simply Social Drinker experience is to give you the experience of understanding a different perception of what problem drinking is and how to change it. When you no longer hold the belief, which is that feeling that comes up in the pit of your stomach when you think about not drinking, that feeling of anxiety, that's the only evidence you need that you hold that belief. When you no longer have that belief, you become a simply social drinker, a take it or leave it drinker, someone that doesn't drink at all. You have freedom, you have peace of mind, and you have choice. So we are now on day 4, and I chose this stop-start drinking cycle because I had a couple of people ask me specifically about why is it I've been able to not drink for 6 weeks, or I can do dry January, or I can do sober October, and I think I've got it and I feel really great and my family are proud of me and I'm happy in myself and I'm looking better, feeling better, sleeping better. I feel great. So why do I go back? And it's so simple. I'm just going to check to see if anyone's got any questions. Excuse me, checking on my phone. I'd like to check that I actually also like to check that my live is streaming. Oh, it is fabulous. Streaming in our private Facebook community. Okay, so it's really simple. I'll start with the dry Januaries and the sober October as one. So many of us decide that we will give ourselves a break. Dry January and sober October and other things, other events, make it easier because there is a lot more online support. There is a lot of people doing it. You can say, I'm doing dry January. People don't put pressure on you. People make you feel good about yourself. You feel good about yourself. But the thing is, whilst you still believe that alcohol brings you something, that belief doesn't disappear in dry January or sober October. It's still there, and it's lying dormant, if you like. It's not being called on. And you know in yourself that you've only got to get through 30 days. And you think, okay, I've got it. I will drink differently this time. You won't. Or very rarely will you. And those that do don't have the level of belief in them in the first place that alcohol brings them something. So you get through and you think, great, I'm going to stick with it, or I'm just going to drink less. And bit by bit, you find yourself slipping back into your old habits and behavior. And you cannot understand it because you felt so good when you weren't drinking. What is going on? Two things have happened. Two things have happened. You knew all along on an unconscious level that it wasn't forever. You knew that you weren't having to deny yourself alcohol forever. And that knowing alone, unconscious though it may have been, was enough for you to feel good to keep you on track. That's the first thing. And these are absolute truths about everybody that struggles. They're not truths about me and my clients and not you. They are truths about, if they're universal truth, which means they're true of everybody. So you know that there is an end date. And even if you're not thinking, even if you're not actually thinking, you know, it's becoming a struggle, but I'll get there, you do know that there is an end date. So you have a boundary around your fears or whatever, knowing that you've got an end date. You can either drink differently, not drink at all, stick with it. But once that date has passed, you start to feel differently because you kind of like your permission has come back. So that's the first thing that happens. And the second thing that happens, these can be together or individually, is please listen to this. This is so important. The feeling good that you get when you're not drinking is not the level of feeling good that allows you to change your drinking. The feeling good that you get from not drinking for a couple of weeks, couple of months, couple of days, you start to feel better, and you do. Even if you feel less ashamed or embarrassed, you're sleeping better, you start to feel a bit proud of yourself. You start to feel a bit encouraged, a bit hopeful. They're fantastic feelings, but they are not the feelings that allow you to change your drinking in the first place. If you didn't have the belief that alcohol brings you something, symbolically comes under the umbrella of comfort, if you were aware of what's going on, the truth of what's going on, and you were consistently delivering that comfort, even if the comfort is just enough to know what's going on, and you felt differently, you would easily change your drinking. People don't go back to alcohol after 6 weeks, 3 months, whatever, because of the addictive qualities of alcohol. And it is a powerful drug, and it does have an instant effect. It does lift you up quickly. And as I said yesterday, it is the quickest way to give you a lift. And it's also the quickest way to wreck your relationships, your home life, your children's faith and trust in you, your health. So it's not really the pick you up, it's more of the smash you down, the intention behind it. The intention is to feel better. So what we are looking for when we are changing our drinking is the feeling better that allows you to change your drinking. And that feeling better is being in touch with yourself, being aware of what's going on, understanding cravings and willpower, understanding and releasing the voices in your head, the things we've covered this week, understanding the foundation of what's going on in your drinking, checking in with yourself when you're starting to feel a bit lower, and that precedes your drinking, or as I said yesterday, being over or under precedes your drinking. If in those moments of starting to feel a bit shaky, a bit nervous, waking up feeling a bit tired, I promise you, if you took a couple of deep breaths in through the nose for 5 and out through the mouth for 7, because that takes you out of stress and anxiety. We don't need to focus on alcohol, because alcohol is not the problem. Alcohol is what you do when you're in your problem. If you were to do that, in through the nose for 5, out through the mouth for 7, if you were just to say to yourself, maybe put your hands on your heart, create a little ritual of, what's going on now, darling? What do you need from me right now? And just let that answer come, because it could be rest, it could be nourishment, it could be connection. I need to talk to someone, I need a hug. If there's no one else to hug you, hug yourself. It may be that you need to go to bed earlier. It may be that you need to avoid being in certain places or with certain people because they make you feel less. Now, a lot of what I'm saying today is what I said yesterday about cravings and willpower. And the reason is changing your drinking is not hard. You are a holistic whole. And what works in one area of your life when you connect yourself and you feel better, works in every area of your life. My work isn't just about changing people's drinking. My work is about changing people's life. I do the rapid alcohol recovery method, and I do the rapid life transformation method. We follow the same process. Alcohol is not the problem. Alcohol is what you do when you're in the problem. So what you have to do is, through gentle and compassionate self-inquiry, take self-responsibility for not rushing in to a response to how you're feeling. I have a four-step process to choice that works in any area of your life, wherever you are stuck, wherever there is an opportunity to make a poorer choice, which there is always an opportunity, but I'm going to go through that tomorrow in the whole roundup. You have to create that sense of, I'm okay, that allows you to not drink. That's what allows you to not drink. I'm okay. I'm feeling good. I understand what's going on. I'm recognizing the triggers. All triggers are is a way of telling you that something is wrong and needs to be healed. When you say a person triggers you around alcohol, what you're actually saying is, I don't feel comfortable around this person, so I don't need to be around this person. It's not alcohol it's triggering, it's triggering your need for comfort at a greater level. It's the same when you think about your past. It triggers you. All that is, and I'm using my words deliberately because I am trying to shrink you out this mind mess of it's so big, to what it is. It's small. So when you go into your past, which is a choice, I'm sorry, my love, it is a choice, and it hurts you, it's just an indication that something needs to be healed. Well, it won't be healed by alcohol, and you know that. Trauma is not healed by alcohol. Trauma is healed by you being kind and gentle with yourself and letting go. And that kind and gentle with yourself is the answer to not going back into your drinking cycle. That kind and gentle with yourself creates the feeling good that allows you to change your drinking. The feeling good you get when you are not drinking does not have the foundation. It doesn't have the roots that you need to allow you to not drink in the first place. Sometimes we can change our drinking because we are desperate. We are so ashamed. We are so fearful of our health. Maybe we'll have a blood test and our enzymes are raised. Maybe we've fallen down the stairs, bashed our head. Maybe we've just been a bitch again. We are sick of it. And you've woken up in the morning and you feel terrible. Your kid looks upset and you don't know what you said. And you look at your phone and you think, Jesus, who was I talking to? And how long for? What can I have said in 2 minutes? What can I have said in 20 minutes? I haven't got a clue. This was my life too. So I am talking from an experience that is, again, universal. And people sometimes say to me, I don't have a hangover. And I'll say, do you wake up feeling refreshed? I'll say, no. Is your sleep disrupted? And I'll say, yes. You wake up feeling a bit thirsty, dehydrated. They're hangovers. A hangover is not just vomiting and having a splitting headache. You have to become more aware of yourself and your needs and create that space in you, which is available to you all the time, of awareness, of gentle, compassionate inquiry, and acting on what comes up. Some lovely lady wrote yesterday somewhere that they didn't know what to do to comfort themselves. That's a tragic statement. That's an absolutely tragic statement. Painful for her to write and painful to read, because all that means is she is so disconnected with herself. She actually doesn't know what she needs to do to comfort herself. It could be as simple as a cup of tea. It could be as simple as lying in the bath. It could be a little bit as simple as saying a prayer. It could be as simple as making yourself something delicious to eat that's really nutritious, feeling you're looking after yourself. Or it could be something as big as saying, I'm sorry, this relationship doesn't work for me anymore. I can't do this. You know, there's a whole spectrum. Sometimes you need a small step, sometimes you need a big step. But if you continue to connect with yourself and take the small steps, the big steps don't even seem big. They are a natural progression. So your stop-start drinking cycle is created by the fact that you do not have within you that place of peace, an understanding, an awareness, and delivery of your needs that make you strong without you even knowing it. You're just resilient. You're just resilient. And in that place of resilience, and aware that when which they will to start with, thoughts of alcohol come up, if there's no energy, if there's no feeling attached, they're just a thought. It's the feeling you act on. When you think of alcohol, you think, oh shit, I don't want to drink tonight. You're creating the feeling that takes you to drink. Every day can't be perfect. Every day can't be a walk in the park. Every day can't be a joy, can't be full of love and happiness externally. But every day you have the responsibility and the ability, and I'm giving you the tools to create within you the understanding that alcohol is a belief. Problem drinking is a set of belief systems. Alcohol cannot change what it is one day, it is every day. The only difference between a problem drinker and a simply social drinker is they don't have the belief that alcohol brings them something. So when times get tougher, they don't turn to alcohol. That's it. That's all. And the feeling good that you get when you don't drink, when you are on a roll, is not the feeling good that allows you to change your drinking, because as I've just said, every day can't be great, every day can't be happy. Some days you do sleep better. And when you don't have that preceding feeling good, that's when your stop-start cycle kicks in again. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope that, well, I know it was hugely valuable. All the trainings I give you are hugely valuable. It's so important. It is so important that you don't just watch this and think, oh yeah, I got it. You watch it again, you reflect on it. I'm going to go through my 4-step process of choice tomorrow in the last day. You reflect on it, that you let it settle, and then you react. So maybe you're on a break at the moment. Before you go back, when you start to feel yourself thinking, what's going on? You know that you're starting to feel your discomfort again. That's what's happening. Maybe it's because you're tired. Maybe it's because you're anxious. Maybe it's because you're stressed. Maybe it's because you're fed up. Maybe it's just because you haven't eaten. So your feeling of discomfort comes up. You start to panic and think, what's going on? I've been doing so well. What's wrong with me? Nothing's wrong with you. You are becoming more in need of comfort. And the reason you're becoming more in need of comfort is because you haven't created, which only you can do, the comfort that allows you to change your drinking in the first place. So that's it for today. Short, sweet, and simple. Any questions? Please put them in the comments. Tomorrow is our final day. This then will be up until Monday, and then this is coming down. And the reason I do that, as you know, for anyone that's in my world, because I don't leave them up so that you can dip in and dip out. You see them, you watch them, you take advantage, you make the time, you create the time. I can't do that for you. You can, only you can. You commit, you act, you change. So I will see you tomorrow afternoon. Oh gosh, now I've got to try and stop recording. Oh, here it is. I will see you tomorrow afternoon. I hope you enjoy that. Any questions in the comments, and be kind and gentle with yourself, ladies and gentlemen. It is the answer. Take care. Bye-bye.